I'm literally wearing a sleeping bag right now because it's so cold in this little loft room, and you'll probably hear a radiator clicking in the background, so just ignore that, it's okay. Hey everyone, it's Jonathan. Today I'm going to be talking about a new EP that I've just finished writing. It's called Songs from Home, and I'm going to be breaking down one of the songs in particular, which is called Alright. So, Songs from Home. This EP is going to be coming out in April, 2nd of April. I've released 2 songs already, Alright and Miles and Miles. I have one more song coming out on the 4th of March, and then the whole 5-track EP will be out in April. But it's very different to the beat tape that I just released. A lot more acoustic, and really the key word in terms of production for this EP was restraint. I was really trying to hold back and not add too many layers because I wanted it to sound really simple and sound like me in my room with guitars and things that I have here. So firstly, I mean, this past year has been a pretty crazy time. I think we can all agree on that. I don't want to talk a huge amount about it because we all know what's been going on. We've been hearing about it non-stop, but yeah, it's been a difficult time for a lot of people in the world, and a very unique time. I think we're all going to remember 2020/2021. But right at the beginning of lockdown, I remember praying, and the verse that came to mind was actually, well, it's kind of part of a verse. It was in Matthew 5, and it's where Jesus says, when you pray, go into your room. I was just really struck by that phrase on its own. I was like, okay, I'm at home a lot right now, and this is an opportunity, an invitation almost, to go into my room and close the door and just be in secret for a while and just meet with Jesus there and pray. And that's kind of what I tried to do as much as I could in the midst of work that still needed to be done and just navigating all that was happening. And one of the things I found was that being alone in my room, I would put worship music on, and those kind of big anthemic worship songs with like thousands of people singing just felt a little bit strange when it was just me on my own in my room. And so I had a bunch of these songs from over this time, and honestly I was kind of overthinking what to even do with the songs. I was like, is it weird to make an EP at this time, and like there's just a lot going on, is this the right time to even release music and do all of this stuff, and kind of just getting in my own head about it all. But I remember the moment, it was actually, this guitar was kind of a moment, and I'll explain what that means. But I remember waking up one day and I just had this thought in the morning. I was like, okay, I've been listening to a lot of really nice acoustic music with like nylon string guitars. I was like, maybe an acoustic EP would be cool, and maybe I should get like a nylon string guitar to do that with, because I really like just the kind of warm sound of them, and there's just something really clear and nice about that sound. And literally the next day, this was on a Monday, and on Tuesday I got a message from somebody I'd never met before called John. Reached out on Twitter, and he was like, hey, I've got a bunch of instruments and I'd like to send you some instruments. I was like, what, is this real? And I didn't even know what to expect, so I messaged him back and I was like, okay, like, this sounds interesting. And he explained that he had these instruments and was praying and felt like he wanted to hand them on, and one of them was a Taylor nylon string guitar. And it was just so funny, like the timing of it, from Monday thinking like, oh, maybe I should do an acoustic EP, wouldn't it be cool to do it with a nylon guitar, to the next day somebody offering to send me a nylon guitar. And so like within a week, this was at my house, and I don't know, there's something about a new instrument, a new thing that just sets me off on a different path of inspiration a lot of the time. So as soon as this arrived, I was just noodling around on it, and this song Alright in particular came from this thing right here. So a lot of the time I'll just like noodle around, I'll just like try random shapes, and I don't even know what I'm playing necessarily, but I ended up just finding this shape. I'm in standard tuning and just playing the bottom and the 2 middle strings on the 2nd fret, and then moving that up to the 4th fret. And I was just kind of like moving that shape around and kind of found those 3 chords and just landed on this little just really simple. I had the melody of like it's gonna be alright, alright. As soon as I heard that melody and those words, I was like, okay, this is a song. I think there's something in this. And so I'll show you what I did in Ableton to produce this, because it's so simple. The first thing we have is that guitar part. It's even really messy, there's like trap notes that are going wrong and all sorts, but I was like, I'm just going to keep it in. Recorded the vocals, SM7B over here for the vocals. You're my faithful friend when I feel like I'm on my own. This is the microphone I use. It's a Rode NT5, so the acoustic guitars and the finger snaps were all recorded through that, and my vocals were done through the Shure SM7B. So I literally turned on the NT5 mic and just recorded some finger snaps. Okay, as it gets into verse 2, I want it to just kind of get a little bit warmer sounding, and so I added this very kind of muted synth pad. And I also started to bring in a piano. I really like just bringing in like melodic lines of the piano first, and so this is the Labs soft piano. It's like a software instrument. You can download it for free actually, so go do that. Very soft muted sound, so I really brightened it up a bit with EQ and compression, but you have this melody. And then when it gets to the chorus, the piano switches from just doing melodies to actually playing the chords too. So. There's also a harmony that comes in there. Telling me to lift my eyes, it's gonna be alright, alright. Yeah, at the end there's the synth brings like a high melodic part in, which sounds like this. It was just like an unexpected sound at the end. I really like when just a sound comes out that's like, oh, I didn't expect that to appear, but it did. And so that's what that synth was for me. You know, the song has lyrics in it about sunrise, you know, steady as a new sunrise. And so I kind of wanted the song to feel like sunrise, where it starts very crisp and clean and minimal, and as it opens up, you know, have this kind of open, spacious feel to it with the synth and the vocal layers, but still at the same time really trying to hold back. So even when it gets to that point, the only instrumentation you've got is guitar, piano, and synth, and some finger clicks, and that's it. Let me know if you guys enjoyed seeing the process of that, and if you have any questions about this project, Songs from Home, or music or anything, song stories you want to hear, any of that, just let me know, and I'll try and do that. That's it. Don't know how to end this, so I'm just going to end it. Alright, goodbye.